Justin Bieber just crushed the dreams of millions of fans around the world, and we need to talk about exactly what happened because this situation is getting messier by the minute. If you're obsessed with celebrity drama and pop culture chaos, then you've found your new best friend. So make sure you hit that subscribe button because I'm serving fresh tea every single day, and trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. So here's the thing that has every believer on the planet losing their minds right now. For months, there have been whispers and rumors floating around that Justin Bieber was planning this massive world tour for 2026, and fans were getting their hopes up higher than they've been in years. People were already planning their outfits and saving money and marking their calendars because after all this time, without seeing Justin perform live, they were ready to experience the magic again. The excitement was building and building, and then suddenly everything just stopped. According to brand new reports that just dropped, Justin Bieber is apparently not interested in touring at all right now, and those dreams of seeing him perform city after city around the globe might need to be put on ice for a while longer. The latest information reveals that Justin might be headlining Coachella 2026, which is obviously huge news on its own, but if you were expecting that to kick off some massive international tour where he travels the world performing for his dedicated fans, then you might want to sit down for this one. Sources close to the situation are saying that all the buzz and conversation around a 2026 tour has gone completely radio silent. We're talking about conversations that were happening about venues and dates and creative concepts and stage designs. All of that has just stopped cold. It's like someone pressed pause on the entire operation and nobody knows when or if the play button is ever going to get pressed again. One insider who's apparently close to the situation whispered that Justin isn't ignoring his fans at all, but right now those tour talks just aren't happening. He's taking his sweet time and being extremely careful about what he actually commits to moving forward. Another source is saying that this quiet period is completely intentional on Justin's part. Every single conversation about the 2026 tour has gone silent, and there are no leaks happening and no teasers being dropped and no hints being given. Justin apparently wants complete control over when he comes back and how he comes back and on what terms he returns to the stage. This is all about him calling the shots and making sure that when he does decide to tour again, it's going to be on his timeline and nobody else's. The thing is, there were so many rumors circulating that he was going to headline a massive tour right after Coachella, and people were also talking about him potentially doing a Vegas residency, and some were even suggesting he might perform at the Sphere in Vegas, which would be absolutely insane and would probably break the internet. But here's my take on this whole situation and why I don't think fans should completely lose hope just yet. Just because the conversations have gone quiet doesn't necessarily mean that a tour is never going to happen. Think about it logically for a second. What Justin probably wants to do is get through Coachella first and see how that goes, and then after that massive performance, he's going to want to gauge what's out there. He's going to want to explore his options and see what the demand looks like and figure out how fans react to seeing him perform again after such a long break. Maybe he just wants to test the waters and see how the reviews come in and see how he feels doing this again, because let's be real, he hasn't performed at this kind of massive capacity in a very long time. It makes perfect sense that he would want to see how Coachella plays out before committing to months and months of touring around the entire world. And honestly, if you think about it, believers are actually getting a ton of content this year, even without a full tour. You're getting Coachella, which is going to be broadcast live, and you can watch it on TV or stream it online, so even if you don't have tickets, you can still experience the performance. You're getting not one but 2 albums, which is incredible, and you're getting new music on Twitch, and there's a clothing line coming out, and you're getting all of this Justin Bieber content that fans have been starving for. So while a world tour would obviously be the cherry on top, it's not like Justin is completely absent from the scene. He's giving his fans plenty to be excited about and plenty to look forward to throughout the year. Now, speaking of giving fans content, Justin just did something that sent the entire internet into a frenzy and had people feeling all kinds of nostalgic. He went back to the exact location where he filmed the iconic Baby music video, and he sang the song a cappella right there in that same spot. This is the bowling alley where a 13-year-old Justin Bieber became a global superstar, and watching him return there as an adult and perform that song without any backing music was absolutely beautiful. He stood there in that bowling alley, which honestly looks more rundown now than it did back in the day, and he just sang his heart out. His voice was absolutely flawless, and he didn't miss a single note, and you could feel the emotion pouring out of him as he revisited this place that holds so much meaning in his career. When Justin sang Baby a cappella in that bowling alley, it reminded everyone of why they fell in love with him in the first place. One thing you can always count on with Justin Bieber is that the boy can sing. His vocal ability is undeniable, and even after all these years and everything he's been through, his voice is still incredible. Standing in that same location where he was just a kid with big dreams performing the song that launched him into superstardom was such a powerful moment. He was only 13 years old when that video came out, and she was his first love, and now here he is years later as a grown man with a family and a completely different life, returning to where it all began. For all the fans who are upset that there's no tour happening right now, I have to say you're actually getting so much. You're getting these special moments like Justin going back to the Baby video location, and you're getting new music, and you're getting Coachella, and you're getting to see him re-engage with his art and his fans in meaningful ways. Some artists completely disappear for years and don't give their fans anything at all, so the fact that Justin is providing all of this content even without a tour is actually pretty generous. It's giving fans what they've been asking for, which is more Justin Bieber in their lives and more opportunities to connect with his music and his journey. The whole situation reminds me of how much fans appreciate when artists give them access and show them behind-the-scenes moments and create these nostalgic experiences. Justin returning to where he filmed Baby wasn't just about singing a song, it was about honoring his history and acknowledging where he came from and sharing that moment with the people who have supported him since the very beginning. That kind of gesture means a lot to fans who have been on this journey with him for over a decade now. They remember watching that Baby video when it first dropped, and they remember being part of the phenomenon that turned Justin Bieber into a household name, and seeing him go back to that place brings all of those memories flooding back. The fact that Justin is being so intentional about his comeback and so careful about what he commits to actually shows a level of maturity that fans should appreciate. He's not rushing into anything just because people are demanding it or because there's pressure to tour. He's taking his time and making sure that when he does commit to something as massive as a world tour, he's going to be ready for it mentally, physically, and emotionally. Touring is exhausting and demanding, and it requires an incredible amount of energy and dedication, and if Justin isn't feeling ready for that right now, then it's better that he waits rather than forcing himself into something that could lead to burnout or disappointment. The music industry has changed so much over the years, and artists have more control now over their careers and their schedules than they used to. Justin doesn't have to follow the traditional model of releasing an album and immediately going on tour to promote it. He can release music and perform at select events like Coachella and engage with fans online and create content in ways that feel authentic to him without committing to the grueling schedule of a world tour. This new approach to being an artist gives him the freedom to do things on his own terms and to prioritize his well-being and his family, while still giving fans the music and performances they crave. What's interesting about this whole situation is how much it reflects the broader conversation happening in the entertainment industry right now about artists' mental health and sustainability. So many artists have spoken out in recent years about the toll that touring takes on them and how the constant travel and performing and being away from home can be incredibly draining. Justin has been open about his own struggles with mental health and about taking time to focus on himself and his healing, so it makes complete sense that he would be cautious about jumping back into the intense world of touring. Fans who truly care about him should support his decision to take things slow and to only commit to what he feels ready for. The anticipation around Justin's return to performing is building in a way that's actually going to work in his favor. By not rushing into a tour and by keeping things quiet and mysterious, he's creating this sense of excitement and curiosity that's going to make his eventual return even more impactful. When he does finally announce tour dates, if he decides to do that, the response is going to be massive because fans have been waiting and wanting this for so long. Sometimes the waiting makes the payoff even sweeter, and in Justin's case, this careful approach to his comeback could result in one of the biggest tours in recent memory when it finally happens. It's also worth considering that Justin might be working on perfecting the show he wants to put on before committing to tour dates. Creating a world tour isn't just about showing up and singing songs, it's about crafting an entire experience for fans with incredible production and stage design and set lists and special moments. If Justin is taking his time to make sure that when he does tour it's going to be the best possible show he can deliver, then fans should be patient and trust that it's going to be worth the wait. Nobody wants a rushed tour that feels thrown together just to capitalize on hype. People want a tour that feels meaningful and special, and like Justin really put his heart into creating something unforgettable. The Coachella performance is going to be a huge moment for Justin and for his fans, and it's going to give everyone a taste of what a potential tour could look like. It'll be interesting to see how he approaches that performance and what kind of setlist he puts together and how fans and critics respond to seeing him back on stage in that capacity. That Coachella slot is one of the most coveted performances in music, and the fact that Justin is headlining shows that he's still considered one of the biggest artists in the world. The platform that Coachella provides is going to reach millions of people, and it's going to remind everyone of Justin's incredible talent and stage presence. For believers who have stuck by Justin through everything, the ups and downs and the breaks and the comebacks, this year is shaping up to be pretty special even without a full tour. Getting 2 albums is huge because that means double the new music to obsess over and analyze and connect with. The Twitch content is going to give fans a more intimate way to engage with Justin and see different sides of him. The clothing line is exciting for fans who want to feel connected to Justin's style and aesthetic. And Coachella is obviously the crown jewel that everyone is going to be watching and talking about for months. The reality is that Justin Bieber doesn't owe anyone a tour, and while it would be amazing for fans to see him perform live around the world, he has to do what's right for himself and his life. He's a husband and a father now, and his priorities have shifted, and that's completely okay and understandable. The Justin Bieber of today is not the same person as the teenage Justin who is touring constantly and living that intense pop star lifestyle. He's grown and evolved, and his relationship with his career has changed, and fans need to respect that evolution. The fact that he's still making music and still showing up for fans in various ways is something to be grateful for rather than something to complain about. What's clear from all of this is that Justin is approaching his career with intention and thoughtfulness, and he's not making decisions based on external pressure or expectations. He's taking control of his narrative and his timeline, and that's actually really empowering to see. Too often artists get caught up in what they think they should be doing or what the industry demands of them, and they lose sight of what actually feels right for them. Justin seems to be avoiding that trap, and instead he's carving out his own path forward in a way that honors both his fans and himself. So, while the news that tour talks have gone quiet might be disappointing for some fans, it's not the end of the story. This is just one chapter in Justin's ongoing journey as an artist, and there are clearly more chapters to come. Whether those chapters include a massive world tour, or a Vegas residency, or something completely different remains to be seen, but whatever Justin decides to do next, it's going to be done on his terms and in his time. For now, fans can focus on enjoying all the content that is coming their way and getting excited for Coachella and supporting Justin in whatever way feels right to them. The tour might not be happening right now, but that doesn't mean it's never going to happen, and sometimes the best things are worth waiting for. If you love this deep dive into all the Justin Bieber drama, make sure you're subscribed because I'm bringing you fresh celebrity tea every single day, and you definitely don't want to miss what's coming next.